Welcome, my dear students. As you all know that every time I come with a new lesson by solving all the questions and answer. Here, if you are new to this channel, please do subscribe my channel so that you get all the notification. Okay, let us begin first with the warming up. Here it is read the different types of sentences in reported speech and know the difference in the direct and indirect forms. Okay, so the sentence has been given in the reported speech and we have to convert it into indirect form. Let us begin. First one is direct. The old man said, "What is the time?" And the indirect would be the old man asked what the time was. Okay. Next is direct. Mother said to her, "Are you hungry now?" Indirect. Mother asked her if she was hungry then. Next, the teacher said, "Be quiet, students." The teacher ordered the student to be quiet. Next is mother said, "How pretty she looks." And the indirect would be mother exclaimed with delight that she looked very pretty. Here you will observe that the reporting verb changes according to the type of sentence in the speech, that is change of tense or change of words order in the sentence. Okay, hope you understood this. Let us move forward to the next topic, that is use a dictionary and find the differences in the following terms related to drama. Okay, so first one is a play, a dramatic work staged in the theatre in front of an audience. Okay, one act play is a play that has only one act. Skit, a short funny play that makes a joke of something. Okay, next one is mime, a type of theatre using no words but only movements of the hands and bodies and facial expressions. Farce, a humorous play in which the character become involved in unlikely and complicated situations, uses physical humor and silliness. Okay, next one is opera, a dramatic work in one or more acts in which all the characters communicate through songs and the story is told through song put to music. Tragedy, a play dealing with tragic events and having an unhappy ending. Okay, next one. Comedy, a play characterized by humor, has a happy or cheerful ending. Okay, so here we finished with the dictionary words. Next is read the following words and use them in sentences of your own, that is renown, defense, exile, predicament, refidim, and benign. The chief guest at our annual function was a man of great renown. In an act of defense, the little girl threw away the expensive toy. The prince was exiled by his stepmother for 10 years. The king turned to his minister to get him out of the predicament. Next is the new teacher was so diffident that she could not control the students. The lioness had a benign look on her face as she watched her cubs playing. Next one, read the following phrases and use them in the sentences of your own in proper form. That is to avoid something, a tight corner, to outwit, to concede defeat. Okay, let us begin with the phrases. Mother wanted to voice her fear but could not do so. Birbal could always manage to get himself out of a tight corner. Birbal could outwit all the ministers in the palace. The captain had to concede defeat when his army began to turn back. Pick out dialogues of Tenali Raman which proves that he had the following qualities: wit and wisdom. So this is the Tila Khashta Mahisha Bandhana. Okay, self-confidence. Let us begin by discussing the merits of Tila Khashta Mahisha Bandhana. Politeness. I have one small request. Next, humility. Your words of praise are my greatest reward, Your Highness. So this belongs to the quality of humility. Okay, next we will see is the virtue. Okay, what was Pandit Shahni's claim as a scholar? Pandit Shah's claim as a scholar was that he had mastered all the scriptures. Why did Pandit Shah visit Vijayanagar? Pandit Shah visited Vijayanagar to challenge the knowledge of all the Pandits in the kingdom. What do you learn about Pandit of Vijayanagar? The Pandit of Vijayanagar were frightened and nervous when their knowledge was challenged. They were insecure and did not have confidence in themselves. What punishment did the emperor threaten the Pandit with? The punishment that the emperor threatened the Pandit with was that they would be exiled from Vijayanagar. Why was Tenali Raman summoned to the court? Tenali Raman was summoned to the court to find a solution to the predicament. On what condition did Tenali Raman agree to take up the challenge? The condition put forward by Tenali Raman was that when Pandit Shahane arrived the next day, everybody had to accept and honor him. That is Tenali Raman as the chief Pandit for one day. Okay, so this was the condition. Next, why was Tenali Raman taken to the court in a palanquin? Tenali Raman probably wanted to impress and frighten Pandit Shahane, and hence he went to the court in a palanquin. Okay. Next is, how did Tenali Raman outwit Pandit Shahane? Tenali Raman put his hand on a huge bundle next to him and pretended that it contained the scriptures Tila Kashta Mahisha Bandhana, and he wanted to discuss its merit. He was in fact only mentioning what the bundle contained. However, the Pandit thought that was referring to some scripture that he had never even heard of and hence could not discuss its merits. He immediately gave up, thus Tenali Raman outwitted him. What did the bundle in the silken cloth contain? Tenali Raman made his entry to the emperor's court in a palanquin with two Pandits following him and carrying a huge bundle in silken cloth. Explain the significance of the title. The theme of the skit is the challenge to see whether Tenali Raman could outwit the proud Pandit Shahane. This was the battle. The way to win this battle was to baffle, confuse the Pandit. Hence, a title, A Battle to Baffle, is apt. Next is, fill in the elements that you find in the drama script of A Battle to Baffle, that is the character, background scene, crisis, climax, the ends and the steps taken to resolve the crisis. Let us study them in detail. First one is the character. Okay, and here the character is Krishna Dev Raya, Mantriji, Tenali Raman, Pandit Shahane, 8 to 10 other courtiers, ministers and the scholars. Okay, background scenes are Krishna Dev Raya's courtroom, the emperor is seated on his throne, courtiers, ministers, scholars are seated in two rows facing one another and discussing softly. Okay. Next is crisis. A great scholarly Pandit Shahane has challenged the knowledge of Pandits of Vijayanagar. The Pandits of Vijayanagar are not ready to face this challenge, and the step taken to resolve the crisis was Tenali Raman is sent for to find a solution to the predicament and to pull them out of the tight corner. Okay. Next is climax. Tenali Raman with his sheer wit managed to outwit the renowned Pandit Shahane and make him concede defeat. And the end was Pandit Shahane concede defeat and leaves. Tenali Raman is praised by the emperor for saving the reputation and honor of the great empire. Everyone is relieved and happy that the crisis has finally ended. Okay, so this was the elements. Next is, do as directed. Make sure you do not change the meaning and tense of the sentence. Tenali Raman proved to be wittier than Pandit Shahane. Write using as witty as. Okay, so Pandit Shahane proved to be not as witty as Tenali Raman. Okay, next is, do as directed. Make sure you do not change the meaning and tense of the sentences. Okay. Here, Pandit Shahane has come here. He wished to challenge all Pandit in our kingdom. That is, we have to combine the two sentences using so. Now, combine the same sentence using because. So here, Pandit Shahane wishes to challenge all the Pandits in the kingdom, so he has come here. Okay, So here, this way we have combined it. Next is, how can I discuss its merit? We have to make it assertive. Okay, I cannot discuss its merits. Okay, next is, I have not read that scripture. Write using unaware. I am unaware of that scripture. Next one is, your words of praise are my greatest reward. Begin the sentence with no other. No other reward is as great as your words of praise. Okay, positive sentence. I am proud of you. Write using the noun form of the underlined word. Here it is, I have pride in you. Okay. The emperor said, but tell me, Raman, to what great work did you refer? Convert it into indirect speech. So the indirect speech would be, the emperor asked Raman what great work he had referred to. Okay, here in indirect speech all the inverted commas totally remained out of it. Next is, Tenali was a poet, scholar and gesture in Vijayanagar in Krishna Dev Raya's court. Here we have to punctuate it. Okay, and the punctuation is, Tenali was a poet, comma, scholar, comma, and gesture in Vijayanagar, comma, in Krishna Dev Raya's apostrophe s court, full stop. So this will be the punctuation of it. Next, Mantriji said Maharaj Pandit Shahani's visit to our court is an open challenge. Okay, so here we have to make it into the direct speech. Mantriji said Maharaj Pandit Shahani's visit to our court is an open challenge. Again we have punctuated the sentence. Next one is the workshop. Here they have given, a past student of your school has cleared his UPSC examination and being an IAS officer has been appointed as the collector of your district. Write a formal letter to invite him to your school to share the story of his success at this special function. Okay, let us see here. This is the letter. First we have to put in our address. Next is the St. Jude School, Dr. Ambedkar Road, Thane 400601, 15th October 2018. Full stop. Okay. Subject will be invitation to grace our children's day function as chief guest. Here we can put first, respected sir, it was a great pleasure that we learnt about your appointment as a collector of our district. The principal, teacher and student of our school congratulate you on this wonderful achievement. We are also so proud that a student from our school has attained this high post. We intend to have a special function on November 14, Children's Day. We cordially invite you to grace this function as a chief guest and share with us the story of your success. You are an inspiration for our students and your presence will motivate them greatly. The function begins at 10 a.m. and will end up at 1 p.m. with lunch. In addition to talk for you, there will be a short cultural program of dance and music. It will be an honor for us to have you here and we hope you will accept this invitation. Last would be thanking you, yours faithfully, Suman Kini, that is the Cultural Secretary of St. Jude Schools. Okay. Next is understand the quotation and expand it in a paragraph form. Okay, here they have given the expansion. Pride goes on a horseback but returns on a foot. Remember, we have to explain this as an introduction, then we have to give the story or example of it, and then the conclusion. Let us begin with it. I am very beautiful, I am also very clear. Everyone loves me. How will you react if you hear someone says this word? You will be surprised at such arrogance. You will say that the person is very proud. To be proud here means to have a very high opinion of oneself, one's looks, ability, position, etc. Pride makes a person think that he or she is superior to others. Will you like such a person? No, one likes a person who is proud. If you are too conceited or self-important, someday something will happen to me. You foolish. Okay, and when a proud man meets with a bad end, will have no sympathy for him. History is full of examples of powerful kings who were ruined because of their proud nature. That is the meaning of the quotation. Okay, so those who are proud will finally suffers with defeat or meet with a shameful end. So here we end with the notes. If you have any query, do ask me in the comment section.